Hiya, part 2 to the saga. Why are black men so sensitive? Or are they actually sensitive? They're just hurt, battered, and downtrodden from all their experiences. Because I've had to come back with a part 2. Because I've had time to go away and think about my part 1. And I've had some contact from a couple of guys in between, some friends, some business associates, example. And the interactions are just so blindingly different when people have open minds, when they have a vision, when they have goals, when they're receptive, when they're able to communicate. But the biggest thing that I've noticed with the people that I've got a problem with, the guys especially, the guys. Oh my gosh, this isn't really just about part 2 about why I'm so sensitive. This is just going to lead into, right, let me take it there, yeah? The 2 or 3 people that I've had problems with have all read psychology books. I never said they were psychologists. I never said they were psychotherapists. I've just said they read the books. So therefore, I think that they feel as if that they can analyse and make lists and tally people and put them in boxes. Put them in boxes. And kind of guesstimate how people are thinking and feeling because of the books that they've read. They're not paying any attention to what's been said or what's been written by that individual, but they're happy to give you an analysis, a conclusion, a judgment, their theories in regards to why you are the way you are, who you are the way you are. Now, there's a couple of guys in particular, I say people, but these are mainly guys. I've had an issue with a psychotherapist who was a female, but we won't even go there. That, again, is going to be a different story. But, yeah, these 2 particular gentlemen that I've interacted with, both I've met via Facebook, both kind of said that they see something in me. Both have said, yes, I'm very good at talking and delivering information and reaching out. And they see, all of these things kind of building me up. And then in the background, they feel like they want to chop you down when they feel like they've made an analysis of you because they've read 1 or 2 books. Now, come on, don't do that. Yeah, because we've all got real life experiences. Psychologists have written books from the study of those cases that those people have presented to them. Suppose you've got a multitude of cases. Suppose you've got a multitude of issues. Suppose you don't suffer with any of these things, but yet you've got a psychologist or someone who's read 1 or 2 books and thinks that that's the way that they're going to get to know people, is by saying to them, I've studied psychology. So what does that mean? It doesn't mean that you know me. It doesn't mean that my symptoms or my traumas or my traits, my personality, my characteristics are all going to be analysed in a particular book, and it means I've checked that box and I've checked that box and I've checked that box. So that equates to, I'm not an E equals MC squared. My equation is not that easy to figure out as an individual. That's why we're individuals. We have personal experiences, unique thoughts. I don't know if we have unique thoughts in that way, but again, that's something different. I won't go into spirituality and thoughts. Are thoughts unique? Because, in that way, if we're parts of the ancestors. Anyway, I digress. But yeah, so what I've decided to do with those people or those men that seem to want to come into my life and judge me, whether it be you're just a sex object, you're just a woman, you're just a carer, you're just a this, you're just a that, you know what I mean? And what? Is your opinion really that important? Can I not look in the mirror and see who it is that I am for myself? Do I not have enough self-awareness or am I not open-minded and giving myself enough self-love in order to understand, understand, feel and think about who it is that I am? So rather than make those judgments, why not just ask questions? It's a lot easier. Why not read something and actually take it for what it is rather than trying to interpret it into what you want it to say? We don't always do what it is that you want. Men, unfortunately, women can actually think for themselves. And it's unfortunate that a lot of my thinking about men can be quite negative and disheartening. But, I move on. You block, delete, you move on. That's the power of smartphones. That's the power of social media right about now. You just shift them out of your life. Run them out of you. You know what I mean? You want to do a Damian Marley. Them a backbiter. But it's all right. Or is it a thing where they like you? Remember back in the day when you were at school and that boy used to pick on you, want to pull your hair and pull down your skirt and all them foolishness that they wanted to do. And then lo and behold, they say, oh, I want to take you out, I fancy you. Please. So if that's what people think that they're doing by building you up in order to see your response, I'm not that fickle. I'm not that shallow. I don't need my ego stroking. Why don't you just say straight up, I like you, I want to take you out, rather than having to talk about all the other stuff that you have no real interest in order to turn around and like, well, because I didn't offer the date, because I didn't offer to meet, because I didn't offer my number, you now want to turn around and say, well, you are not somebody. Well, if I wasn't somebody, you wouldn't have wanted to pay attention to me in the first place. It's that scenario when you walk past a man and he says, yeah, what I'm to you, you think you're too nice. Well, if I wasn't nice, you wouldn't want to talk to me in the first place, would you? Yeah. It may not look great today, but you know what I mean, with a little bit of slap, we just look all right occasionally. So I'm going to leave it right there. Because, like I said, we've blocked and deleted. So now that I've done the part 1 and the part 2, there's no need to go back and retrace these steps as to where it was that I started this journey with somebody else last year, and then come a full 360 odd something odd years later, another one want to try and come and infiltrate what's going on up here and in my heart. Because what? I don't want to sleep with you. I don't want nothing to do with Dana Uno. And you're not my type. Because from the way you're trying to handle me, yeah, which I don't need to be handled because me and a bike. Peace out, people.